What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol ASTS for AST SpaceMobile, kind of a cool name there. On the left-hand side, we're looking at the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, we have the 30-minute intraday time frame. This one is new to the channel, so we're going to go ahead and map out obvious areas of support and resistance. Then we'll talk more from the 30-minute intraday perspective on what we think could potentially unfold into tomorrow's session. So just quickly coming in and mapping out zones that I can see easily via eyeballs. We have this. If we could get some clicks, thank you, Thinkorswim, and then I would kind of leave it off here and maybe up here towards that 1424. So quickly mapping in those supports and resistances, those are the numbers I would watch from a larger perspective. But zooming into the 30-minute, you can clearly see that there was a shift in trend, right? And we talk about this often on the channel. So we had a lower low, and then we made a higher high and a higher low, thus shifting the 30-minute trend. So that is now confirmed as an uptrend. So do look for upside continuation. Obviously, a large green-bodied candle on today's session, so you would be favoring momentum plays here, any sort of early bull flags, things of that nature. We are coming into a pressure cooker top, so it wouldn't be unreasonable, in my opinion, to see some sort of consolidation up here. And what would the healthy period of consolidation look like? Well, as you know, if you've watched the channel for any period of time, if we take out the Fibonacci's, go from the low of the move up to the high, the 38.2, the first blue line, is the number we really want to see respected, and that's at 1060 just about. So what we're going to do to clean up the blue lines and get that ugliness off the chart is just map that in with a regular price level, and then we will remove the Fibonacci drawing. So there we go. Any consolidation that happens here essentially is good and healthy, and then boom, you're taking the break up and over 1128, it looks like, for a run into potentially this 1231. Now do keep in mind the sideways 200 SMA, the green line there, is overhead. That is going to act as resistance, but if we can clear this overall zone here, this overhead resistance we have here, and 200 SMA, if we can get up and over that, then again, that is the target up here close to that 1231. From a structural perspective, scrunching this chart back up, you can see again the number of touches here. The more touches it gets, the weaker that level actually becomes. It's the inverse of what people think. So we are looking for a breakout up and over that number 1228. Again, we talked about 1060 holding as support for bullish consolidation. If it fails, what would be the area to keep in mind after that? Well, I would argue prior resistance should also offer some support here. So treat this as a zone maybe down towards 1040. If that holds, fine. That's the second bullish scenario, something that looks like this. Fine, boom, there's your breakout still. But if that one goes kind of game over, I would argue it comes back down into 950 and then potentially back into this range and just goes sideways around 9 the whole dollar. So you want to see volume remain high. You want to see it hold 1040 on a worst case scenario. Otherwise, I would kind of just look to be neutral here. If we just go on over to the trade tab, you can see that this is a hard to borrow stock. And if we flip down the first option chain, there's some volume here on the put side, but not really enough where I would be, excited about taking puts on a name like this. So if you enjoyed today's video, if you learned something new, let me know down below in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget, we're looking for continuation here on high volume. We do have our main channel linked down below in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.